Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Jaguars going up against the Texans. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Another season of the NFL on EA Sports kicks off today. Brandon Gunn with Charles Davis. You look at these two teams, big change for both, really, Charles. For the Jags, a new coach, new rookie running back, some big-name signees defensively. For the Texans, gone is Brock Osweiler, but back J.J. Watt.
And nothing but positive changes for both teams. Jacksonville's accumulated a lot of talent in the last 3 to 4 years. Can they put it all together and make a run in the AFC South? And Houston, they feel like they're a quarterback away from being a true Super Bowl contender.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
Played for a national championship, won a national championship his last 2 years at Clemson. He was drafted for a specific purpose by the Houston Texans, to get them deeper into the playoffs and possibly to a Super Bowl. That's why they moved up to number 12 in the draft to select this guy out of Clemson.
Let's go! Ohio!
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
When you think of the Texans, you think this is a team that likes to throw the football. In 2016, though, they weren't very good at it. 29th overall in passing, but they were 8th in rushing. So let's see if they lean on the running game to start this contest. And they're hoping to get more consistency throwing the ball downfield.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson looking deep downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. Taken in at the 22. Oh, now he bowls him over. And now past another. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The first NFL carry for Leonard Fournette. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Bortles on the bootleg. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So 1 quarter in the books on alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. They'll run it again with Fournette. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Bortles steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And now running right through it. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
Here we go now.
Fournette, a first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a second and 3. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. Again, it's Fournette. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Only the Rams made fewer trips to the red zone than the Jags last year, but here they are in the red zone, first and 10. They go play action here on first down. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Not only did they drop it look like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Here we go now. 339.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Lambeau will put this one through. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Texans and the Jaguars have very low rushing totals. It has not been an effective part of either team's game plan, and you wonder if either side will give a more concerted effort to run it in the second half. So let's take a look at some.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go now.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. On second down, here's Bortles. Being chased out left. Shedding the tackle. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. To throw, it's Bortles. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Rivera's got it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Fournette. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Back to throw, Bortles. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should light an ending to this one. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Immediate dividends from their #1 pick, Charles. They expect, obviously, big things from him.
And he's already starting to deliver. But here's the question I've got for you. Who gets the first football? Because, you know, when you score your first touchdown in the NFL, they give you the ball, right?
Right.
Who's going to get it? Does it go to mom? Grandma? Wife? Girlfriend? Where does it go? High school coach? Who gets it?
Why isn't he putting that in his own trophy case?
Well, that would be a little bit selfish now, wouldn't it? What about all the people that helped him get there?
Well, what are you going to do? Cut it up in 30 pieces?
Good point. He gets to keep it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
There's no doubt he knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Watson now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. Bortles going to throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Jaguars, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Seahawks going up against the Packers. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, training camp over, preseason over. It's time for week one.
And how much fun is that? No longer do we have to talk about who's going to make the team. The rosters are set. These guys now get to go out and play for real. No more of these preseason games. Now they're playing, and the records count.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. On first down, Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Daniels in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montravius Adams, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now John Ryan, 12th year in the league, on to punt it away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
To throw is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Crosby on now to kick it away. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. First NFL pick for the rookie corner, Kevin King. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both the Packers and the Seahawks are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Sticking with the same drive. Adams got to get the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 5. With the ball midway through the second. It's Aaron Rodgers hooking up with his big play receiver, Devontae Adams. Later on the drive, and he ends up at the 19-yard line before he stopped on the play. Middle of the field, the pass will be caught, and he's going to go 19 yards for the score.
Okay, Larry, back here, 7-0 our score as we ready ourselves for this second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shifts by him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And an alley to run. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to. We'll be back. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Partner, they're trying to throw the deep ball against a Pro Bowl corner of a year ago. I'm not real good at this stuff, but it seems to me that would lessen the odds of completing it, wouldn't it?
Might want to go to the other side of the field, although that's not any cakewalk either, but I'm with you. Bad guy to target there on the deep ball. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right near midfield. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And an alley to run. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Rodgers looking to throw. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Now Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good to make it 14-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Eluding the pressure right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This to make it a 3-score game late. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And it was the Niners who were able to come away with a victory there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Green Bay, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Raiders going up against the Titans. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and this is one of the more compelling matchups on the Week 1 slate. I think if you polled people and asked which two teams in the NFL are closest to taking that next step, not out of the question that you'd get Oakland and Tennessee in some order 1 and 2.
Yeah, and for Oakland, the next step is deep into the playoffs. They got back to the playoffs last season, but didn't have their quarterback for that run. Without him, they ended up going out early. As far as Tennessee, a surprising 9-7 season in 2016. You're exactly right. They believe they're ready to take the next step back into the NFL playoffs.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, and everything went up in terms of numbers last year in his second season, right? Yards, touchdowns, quarterback rating before he broke his fibula late in the season. But this is a guy who can do it all. Excellent pinpoint passer, and the wheels, oh my, he can break off a big run on you if you're not careful.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
The 2016 Tennessee Titans offense liked to bill itself as exotic smash mouth. And they got the smash mouth part down correctly. Finished 3rd in the league in rushing, but only 25th in passing. So to become more exotic, they've got to get better play from their wide receivers on the perimeter.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. The ball comes out, and the Raiders have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
For these Raiders, as they head out on offense, the arrow, I think you'd agree, certainly pointing straight up this season, coming off their first playoff appearance since way back in Super Bowl 37.
And just think about how they've improved since the time they did draft Derek Carr to be their quarterback. They've gone from 3-13 to 7-9 to 12-4. But it wasn't just Derek Carr. Beefed up the offensive line, added some receivers, and got better and better on defense. Khalil Mack, hard to block in the NFL.
Give him 30 yards there. Here's the long-awaited return for Marshawn Lynch. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Carr. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And the Steelers, they're out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board, and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here on opening week. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. This will be taken about the 12. Oh, look at that. And now running right through it. And now here come the Raiders. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. It's caught by Clive Walford. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. First down, the run with Lynch. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Gives to Lynch on the draw. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Carr. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Jack Del Rio going to take a chance here. His guy's going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he finds Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jared Cook, his first ever touchdown in silver and black. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? An easy 3 points. On the way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
It ends with an Oakland touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Ooh, the juke. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that
And he loses the football in a second.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Carr now to throw. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Carr going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Red zone opportunity. Carr to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Back to throw. Carr. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami, and it's the Bucs that have taken the lead there late. A win would be their first of the young season. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Oakland, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Saints going up against the Vikings. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, training camp over, preseason over. It's time for week one.
And how much fun is that? No longer do we have to talk about who's going to make the team. The rosters are set. These guys now get to go out and play for real. No more of these preseason games. Now they're playing, and the records count.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. This will be taken in at the 1. And now running right through it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the rookie from Florida State, Dalvin Cook, his first NFL carry. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you watched a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
Minnesota had a very optimistic vision of what they would do on offense in 2016, but a couple of key injuries altered that landscape. Running back Adrian Peterson and quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. That led to them scrambling throughout the season to try and fit together their offense, try to put the running game and a new passing game together, and instead of having a big year, they finished 28th overall in total offense. I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Ryan Quigley, fifth-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Gets this up across the 20 to the 21 or 22. Did show some power on that run, breaking the tackle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Brees on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. It's complete to Flainer. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll be 1st down Saints. Breeze now to throw. He's going to airwalk. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go play action here on 1st down. Sheds off the tackle. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. The final shot before half for Breeze. And he slings one that's incomplete. So we reach halftime here in our first. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's got room. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's not able to go the distance. He's out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. What a return.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And quickly they get to the line. And now it's 2nd and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone. We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same? Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Second down, Bradford. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. The Vikings didn't lose their first game last year until October 23rd, but things not looking as rosy here as they try to defend a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. He's back to throw. 40, and that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
On the return, the new Saint, Ted Ginn. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. And some room to roam now. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll look to throw. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
One last shot now for Bradford. He's going to let it fly. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Sometimes it comes down to one final play. A dramatic finish to this one.
And no player will ever admit to, hey, this is how I want to win a game. But behind closed doors at night as they're going to sleep, they do think about those dramatic endings. And how about that one? Go on.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Patriots going up against the Saints. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. The man under center leading them now 40 years of age in his 18th year out of Michigan, the great Tom Brady.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And right away, he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. Play action. Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this one down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. And he'll give it here to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. They'll throw now on the final play. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal. Now you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. Breeze now toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Shotgun now for Breeze. Steps away, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From midfield, here's Breeze. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Breeze finding Fleener for New Orleans first. They run the counter now on 1st down. He spins free. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has it.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through him. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. Gonna give this time to the tailback. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So that one, a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. Brady to throw. And nearly picked off there. And it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Ken Crawley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for New Orleans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Bills going up against the Panthers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. The losers their last time out, so make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Leading them out in his 7th year now out of Virginia Tech, Tyrod Taylor.
In his 2 years as a starting quarterback in Buffalo, he had over 1,100 yards on the ground, so we know that he can scoot. But don't underestimate his right arm either. 37 touchdown passes and just 12 interceptions in those 2 seasons.
Here we go.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. Taylor to Matthews for the Buffalo first.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
False start, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the penalty, it's McCoy. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Play action, it's Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Thomas Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Come on, let's go.
Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And McCoy loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Colton Schmidt, 4th-year man from UC Davis, on to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Newton on first down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the break. Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. You folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Now a first down throw for Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First and 10, Newton. And this is caught at the 8. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again, Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. He finds an opening past the 40. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. 38.
to throw. There's the first NFL catch for East Carolina's Zay Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on first. He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Back to throw. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Throwing is Newton. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and it's 3rd down. This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. Carolina getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. That one goes for 24 yards. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Carolina, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Vikings going up against the Steelers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
And it'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner and #1 overall pick from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
I know he doesn't move around the same way as he did as a youngster because of all the knee injuries, but he's always been a natural athlete. Coming out of high school, a lot of people thought he could play Division I college basketball. Other people have told me no matter what the sport, if he's never played it before, he'll pick it up and be proficient right out of the gate. The kind of guy that absolutely drives you crazy, even if he's your friend.
I was just going to say, beat you at ping pong, beat you at foosball, beat you at golf. What. Yeah, drives you crazy. A first down throw for Bradford. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Talk about a combo that works really well. Sam Bradford, short, dart-throwing quarterback, and Kyle Rudolph able to work the seams inside and make those tough catches.
Now, Rudolph wound up shattering his career high with 83 catches last year, 3rd among NFL tight ends. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first. Oh. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or 2. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck as some guys may have fallen to them, but for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And Rudolph has it left side. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. From the gun, Bradford. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And that's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing again, Bradford on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jarius Wright, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 23 yards on the play. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. Now Roethlisberger on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Short boot, take it at the 21. So now you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they can't bring him down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 59 yards. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Bradford saying, let's go, fellas, urging his guys to get set. Bradford to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late. But now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side complete. It's James. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
Certainly.